Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I'm going to do a quick video on my little girls that I'm doing. Um, I just love doing them. I love doing them because they kind of like flow out of me, and they kind of just I can do something. I don't know. I just love it. I just love them, and you can make them look as different as you want. So a lot of people were asking me on this how I did the face and what I put down first and all that, since I made it a speed through video because my dogs were barking the whole time and it was just so noisy here. So I'm just gonna do this real quick down there and show you guys what I did. And all I'm using right now is a piece of watercolor paper, nothing major. What I did was I just took my white paint and I'm using it as a faux gesso. So I'm just gonna squirt it there. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm gonna rinse my brush and dry my brush. And what I'm gonna do is give me a little bit of an idea of where I'm gonna put her. So I'm gonna kind of do it. Can you see how I'm doing it a little bit? Just making it round. And then some neck down there. It doesn't matter. Apparently I got a little bit of color in here. That's all right. And this is what I did. I tried to smooth it out the best I could. But it really it doesn't matter. I just go over it lightly for a second and then rinse out my brush. With my arm in the way, I'm going to move some things around here today, so I don't have to put my arm in front of you like that, but I'm going to dry it. Okay. Now, you can see when I bring this up, hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's pretty big. I mean, her face isn't going to be that big, but it really doesn't matter. I just want that basic shape in there. So then I'm just going to take my water-soluble pencil, but you can use your regular pencil or whatever. I just use this because I like that shadow look on these, but you definitely don't have to use it. And then what I'm going to do is go in and just kind of start my eyes. And I'm just going to kind of start in here. Start it here. And do a nose here. Let's see. Maybe I'll do a nose this way today. Let's see. And then do the just to do a different kind of thing. Kind of looks a little odd there for a moment, but that's all right. We're just gonna go with it. And I've been doing, because a lot of you when you guys write me, mention that how you guys have been starting to draw faces, and a lot of you are just coming new to my channel and want to learn how to draw faces, or you came to me by finding me on YouTube drawing faces. So I'm trying to, when I draw now, most of the time, I mean, sometimes I don't, but I'm trying to do these kind of things with the circles, with the lips, with the nose, with the eyes, just so you guys have an idea, if you accidentally find me or somebody finds me, how to kind of draw, So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to probably do the chin here, and then just kind of, and because these are water soluble, it doesn't, it's all right to kind of get your groove on there. And then that will be her hair. And then I'm going to work on the eyes. And with the eyes, I like making them closed, but you don't have to make them closed. You can make them, open. Which way do I want to do it today? Maybe I'll do them open today. I don't know. So I'm just going to go under here like this. And go like that. And then on the top. And nothing has to be perfect or spot on. I can see this one's a little smaller, but honestly, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to be like blowing it out a bit when I put water on it, so it'll go to me. I'm not, don't worry about too much. I love doing these odd girls because You don't have to measure anything. You don't have to be spun on. It's just the fact of you doing, a face. So, and then I'm just going to kind of do her neck here. And that's all I'm going to do for her for now. Now, what I like to do is I like to take a smaller brush and wet it just a little bit. I dab it off a little bit, but that's it. And I've done these so many times. I just love it. And you see how it liquefies. And then I'm just kind of, and that white underneath serves as a gesso for me, but it also, gives me an idea of where I want to put everything. Now, when you're doing this with whatever you're using, you can also use paint. I will do another video where I use paint, and I'll show you how you can get similar, because I know not everybody has the water soluble pencils, so you don't have to have them. You can do it a different way, and I'll definitely show you. And you can use watercolor too, because that's basically what this is. So you see I got the eyes going there. And this is kind of telling me, what I want to do. Am I going to make her pretty or creepy, or what am I going to do? I don't know yet. So I'm going to go into the lips and just activate it. And kind of connect them a little bit, just with a little bit there. And it's all right if it's blown out a bit. That's kind of what they look like. And then go into the nose. See, we got that nose. And now we got, the start of it. Now while that dries for a second, I think to myself, all right, what color do I want to do? Now, I didn't do a background on here, which, I do backgrounds usually anyway. But I'm going to leave that sit because I'm going to kind of pull it out and do her face a little bit. So what I'm going to do then is take, I'll probably just do my black since we're here. And I'm just going to take and draw her hair off the page. I mean, that's as easy as that is. And you can make this, I'm going to do the gray and all that, but you can make it any color that you want and do it. You can do this in browns or whatever. So my paintbrush, what did I do with my paintbrush? All right. And now what I'm going to do is take and kind of pull some of this in. And I just start playing. Really, there's no really good rhyme or reason with it. I just kind of pull it in. I know certain places will be a little darker, like in here because of the lighting or whatever. A little bit of the shadows, but I just pull it in and let it go to town. And I use a small brush. You can use whatever kind of brush you want. I use a small brush because I hold it up here and it just lets me have a little bit more control, I guess, when my hands are giving me a little bit of problems. All right. Oh, it's kind of good. Like, I kind of like the creepiness. But you see how fast it goes? Now, if I want to look here, I know that this is going to be a little lighter. So I'm going to clean my brush, wet it and clean it, and pull some of that off of there, some of that color, because that's going to be a little lighter. And maybe pull some off there. And always remember to clean your brush off because it's just going to hold on to that. All right. So then what I did, so you kind of get it. I played around for it for a little bit till you kind of get it where you want it. Now you see I'm doing the neck, right? Let's see. And you can see it's dark, but I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to dab off my brush, and then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go like that. Clean it off, and go like that. And it just lightens it a little bit, and then you can pull it through. Look how cool that face looks, though. That'd be cool just to do the black gray hair. But I'm not. I won't. Then I'm going to take my brush and clean it again. And it's just erasing some of this out of here. Now, this is a little wet still, but I'm just going to keep dabbing and pulling up some of that. So see how it gets a little bit lighter? And then rinse your brush, dab your brush, and do the other side. Okay. Now what I did was I took some white paint and just a little bit on my brush because I kind of have an idea, you know. Now you could definitely go creepy with this. Definitely go creepy, which that would be honestly so cool to go creepy on here, but I'll do another one to go creepy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here with my white paint. I'm going to paint in my eyeballs. Like that. I'm going to paint a little bit at the nose. Kind of squiggle it around a little bit to blend. And then hit this in the middle. And that's kind of just what you do. You just I only take a little bit at a time, and then I'll clean up a little bit, you know, and just kind of like blend it in with that. And what it does is it'll make it more permanent because we're blending it with the paint. Over here. See how it's just kind of blending it in? And this is any water soluble that you have. If you have the crayons, the Neo colors, whatever you have, just sit and play. Okay. So for that, now I'm good. For a second. Let me do the neck a little bit while I'm thinking about it. And I'm also going to do, which I did do with the other one as well, I kind of edited around the face here where I just kind of cleaned it up a bit. And it works well because it doesn't, it kind of blends with the color. But hey, you don't have to do this color. Do, you know, if you have water soluble, use green, use red, use whatever you got. And then, like I said, then just kind of blend it. Yeah, okay. So that'll be that for the second. Now I see the lips, and I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. I have a little bit of paint on here still. Oh, I got to wet my brush. That would help, Kel. Thought I did. And I'm just going to kind of take it in here. And just add that in there. And then I'm going to go back and trace it out. So I'm not going to worry too much. And let's do purple. Eyeballs. And I'm not measuring. I'm not doing anything. I'm just putting them in. And because we mixed that white paint in, it's not going to get, that black's not going to come through. And that's what I really liked about doing it, is because that's why I only added a couple colors. I'm going to take a little darker purple, just a little bit, go on the outside. Like that. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to take this dark color. I'm going to rinse that off. I'm going to grab another brush here. I got to change that paint water. I'm just going to take some dark purple, just dark, and I'm going to throw it in here on the hair. And I like giving it a little bit of curls, a little bit of wave, but you don't have to. And see, it covers it up real good. And I like adding that little dark, which I'll add a little bit more when I go. When I can't think of paint today. Too much going on. All right. Just give her some little hairs hanging down. Yeah. And then I'll hit it with the heat gun. Just so I don't put my arm in it, because I'm really good for that. And you can make the paint as opaque as you want, or as transparent as you want. As you can see on top, it's a little more, it's darker than down here, but I don't care. And I'm just playing. Okay. And we did that. And then I'm going to go with my black again. And I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit and just add a little bit more dimension to her eyes. Even though I love those eyes, I would probably have left them like that. But because I'm doing a video, I'm not going to do that. But that is really cool. I really like them. All right. And then add some eyebrows. And I don't care that the black's coming up around. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you, then definitely fix it. And I'll do a little tap in there. And then I'm going to do like kind of surprised eyes. I could change it if I don't like it when I'm done. But look how cool. Just some surprised eyes. But if you don't want to, you do them on the top. And then I'm just going to, a little bit of eyelid. You can use paint for this. You don't have, you could definitely paint them in. And then I'm going to give her a little bit of that, a little bit of curve here. Different kind of nose, why not? And kind of like this. And what I'm going to do before I finish, I'm going to cut it off right here. And then take my paintbrush and probably use a smaller one if you have one, but I'm just going to kind of go and liquefy that. That's how I used to wear my eyeliner. And dry that off a little bit. And let's do the eyebrows. Just liquefy them a minute. Like that. And then liquefy a little bit of the lips. Okay, and then what I like to do is then play around with the hair. Like you can use paint or you can use, now granted she looks different than my other girl. Not a big deal. I sat and kind of played, and moved the black around a little bit with the other girl. So I took this up a bit. And then I dry off my brush and just kind of, it's like magic. So you can definitely sharpen that up for yourself if you want. I'm just going to move that shadows up there because I like it. Move some of the shadow down here. See how she has some shadow going, and you can, like I said, you can pick it up. You can make her eyes dark. You can make her eyes run. That's going to be my next one. I'm going to do a video on that probably too. So it'll be similar to this, but I'm going to make it creepy. And that's really what you do. You just play around. And then we're going to do the hair. I'm going to give her a little bit there. Lift a little bit of this here. Okay. Then the hair, what I would do is take my pencil, and because I maybe want this one curly, I'm just going to kind of go with the flow here and give her some curls. And it's just very random. It's just to add some texture. It doesn't have to be anything specific. And then what I like to do is I like to trace the hair. Take my paintbrush and kind of liquefy all that. Or activate, whatever word you want to use. And I'm just going to run over here. Do it over here. And that's it. I mean, that's all I'm going to do on her. And I like her. She's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's 15 minutes to do, but then you could take another color once it's dry and paint on the outside. What color do I want to do? Let me think. Maybe I'll do it real quick. I'll do gray. Let's do some gray. Since that, I'm in like this gray phase lately. I don't know. Don't ask about my phases. But I'm just gonna, and you can paint this first and then outline it if you want. It doesn't matter. I think because Halloween's coming, I'm seeing everybody's Halloween art, and I'm like, oh yeah, Halloween. And if you go over, if you do it backwards like I just did, where, I didn't do the whole background, it's all right because you can go over it with your black paint or your pencil or whatever if you want it to be shine, I mean, like feathered out a bit, the black. And now you got a background. I don't know, pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Leave her dry, and then I will spray some Spectra Fix on it so she's kind of fixed and That's it. But that's kind of how I got the other face. I just played and did that and did highlights and lowlights and just played, and I did her hair like that. You can activate that in her hair as well if you want, you know, to make it a little bit more texture or whatever. And you just kind of play. I like it. And then you can add your highlights in the eyes with a little bit of white and all that and have fun playing. I love my jelly roll. Yeah, give her some highlights. Jelly roll doesn't want to write. Or use your white paint, whatever. Because my jelly roll is being a little crappy. Just add some highlights. There we go. And that is all she wrote. And that's what I did with the bigger one. Like I said, it doesn't look anything like her. I usually don't do two things of the same. I just kind of sit and play, but that's the general gist of it. So, I don't know. If you like seeing this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. And this is just a piece of paper. And like I said, after this dries, I'll fix it. And then I'll look at everything and maybe touch up around. I'll probably go back with the black one more time once it's dry. And yeah, I just love doing it and having fun. So that's it, guys. As always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I hope you all have a great day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.